All right, so in this video, we're going to write equations of perpendicular lines, okay? So the thing we have to remember, the slopes of perpendicular lines are negative reciprocals of one another, which means the product of their slopes is -1, okay? So let's look at number 1 here. We want to write the equation of the line that is perpendicular to this given line, y equals -2x minus 1, and passes through the point -2, 5. Okay, we want our final equation to be in slope intercept form, and we're going to use point slope form to get there. Okay, so let's look at the given line first. We need to determine the slope of the given line. Okay, so we're already in slope intercept form here. Okay, and remember the slope is the number in front of the x there, so the slope of the given line is going to be -2. Okay, so when we're dealing with perpendicular lines, remember we need to flip this and change the sign. Okay, so this is kind of like -2 over 1. So if I take the reciprocal of that, it becomes 1/2, and I want the signs to always be different. Okay, so the slope of the given line is negative, the slope of my perpendicular line is going to be positive, and vice versa. Okay, so the slope of my perpendicular line has to be 1/2. Okay, again, take the reciprocal of the 2 and change the sign. Okay, and we also want it to go through the point -2, 5. Okay, so once we know the slope of the perpendicular line, and once we know the point that it's going through, we can use point slope form. Okay, so y minus the y coordinate equals the slope times x minus the x coordinate. Okay, so y minus 5 equals 1/2 times x minus a -2. Okay, on the left side, there's nothing to clean up yet. Okay, I can't distribute the 1/2 just yet because I want to clean up what's in the parentheses here. So x minus a -2 becomes x plus 2. All right. Now I can distribute. So y minus 5 equals 1/2 x plus 1. Okay. 1/2 times x is 1/2 x. 1/2 times 2 is 1. All right. So now I want to add 5 to both sides. And that's going to give me my equation in slope intercept form, which is y equals 1/2 x plus 6. Okay. So this line and this line are perpendicular to one another, okay? And this line goes through the point that was given to us, -2, 5, okay? Now, in that equation, or in that problem, our given line was in slope intercept form. So it was a pretty straightforward problem, okay? In example number 2 here, our given line is given to us in standard form. So we can't just look at it and tell what the slope is, okay? So the first thing we want to do is we want to convert that to slope intercept form. And what we're going to do is we're going to move the x over here to the right side, okay? Which gives me this, -y equals -x minus 4, okay? And then I'm going to divide everything by -1 because I need this y to be positive. So if I divide everything by -1, I get y equals positive x plus 4, okay? So now I know I can tell the slope of this line is going to be the number in front of x, which is 1, okay? Now, my line that's going to be perpendicular to that, the reciprocal of 1 is just 1, but remember I need the signs to be opposite, so my slope of my perpendicular line is going to be -1, okay? And again, I'm going through the point 1, -2. All right, so we have our slope, we have a point, so we can use point slope form. Okay, so y minus a -2 equals my slope, -1, times x minus the x coordinate, which was +1. So x minus that 1. Okay, clean up the left side, I get y plus 2. Distribute on the right side, -1 times x is -x. -1 times -1 is +1. Okay, now to get into slope intercept form, I just want to get y by itself, so I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. Okay, and that gives me y equals -x minus 1, okay? So that's how you write the equations of perpendicular lines. Just remember that the slopes have to be negative reciprocals of one another.